We need a coffin cake.
You want a coffin cake that bleeds, with a dead body in it that looks like him.
Yeah.
You looking at me? Why? Just gotta sculpt you.
Ralph was very generous with your hair.
I was.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm Betty.
Hey, Betty.
It's great to meet you.
So today, Ralph brought a friend down to the cake factory. Being a friend of Ralph, you never know what the hell to expect. What kind of cake can I make you?
We need a coffin cake.
A coffin cake? This I gotta hear.
Me and my friends are vampires, and I'm gonna become a vampire, and it's a really big event. And I'm very excited, and I've been working on it for 5 years, and they finally accepted me, and it's gonna be great, and I want a cake to celebrate it.
Only somebody you would know would, I swear to God.
But see, it needs to be a big coffin, like the size of a person, like the size of him. Actually, yeah, and you know what? We want a person inside the coffin. It needs to open. Actually, it'd be great if it was him, because he looks like the right kind of victim that we want in there. And when we cut into the cake, it's gonna bleed. It's gonna be taking place at the cemetery.
So now, not only am I making a coffin cake with a bleeding Danny inside, but I gotta deliver it to the middle of a friggin' cemetery? Halloween brings out all the crazies. You know, a vampire, Danny's a werewolf. One's a witch. I mean, you fit in great here.
You gotta take it seriously. You're not taking me seriously. It's very serious. It's very serious.
Listen, you want a vampire cake? You wanna say it's a vampire cake? Do I technically believe that you're gonna be a vampire? No, but you want a coffin cake that bleeds, with a dead body in it that looks like him.
Yeah.
All right, a vampire cake. I don't know what it is about Halloween.
See you later. I didn't think they were taking me really seriously. I just feel like I may have to do something to show them that I'm very serious about what I'm talking about.
So here's my idea for this vampire cake. First, we're gonna build a full-size coffin. The bottom half will be a cake, and the top half will be a Danny look-alike made out of Rice Krispie treats. And when you bite into this thing, it's gonna bleed, baby. Start, I get Mauricio and Steve working on the coffin frame. And you know, it's not easy because you gotta make the top part open, so you gotta have a hinge and it's gotta be just right.
Now we're good. Oh, yeah.
And I get Ralph started on the Danny lookalike. Betty wanted the blood to come out of the cake when you cut into it, but I thought it would be better to have the blood come out of the bite holes because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's for a bunch of vampires, right?
Hey, model. Good looking.
The hell are those things on his head?
He's got those things. All right, I know maybe it doesn't look like Danny right now, but look at this. Not Danny, Danny.
For this cake, we're gonna use red velvet cake with vanilla buttercream that we added red food coloring to.
I feel like a mortician.
With the cake part done, we start by painting this coffin a nice wood grain. We'll also add some gold details, and I got Juan and Tyne making different creatures to put on the outside of this coffin.
You like it?
He looks very peaceful. He looks like he didn't put up a fight. He just died for the vampires.
Ralph was very generous with your hair.
I was.
I'm just saying.
Dan, we just have to get our dearly departed Danny inside. Whoa. Man, he just threw you in. We add the tubing so that we can make the blood come out of the vampire bites on Danny's neck. We add a little material for the coffin. And there you have it, a cake fit for a vampire. All right, guys, come check it out. Just pretty creepy.
Yeah, that's really weird.
My hands don't look like that.
I don't like that it's
Yeah, they're kind
someone
of
that we know. It looks like someone that we know.
Who would order this kind of cake? I don't know.
I think it looks really cool. All right, let's go.
This guy was a freaking weirdo.
boy.
Hello. Hello. How you doing? Nice. So, where you want us to put the cake?
This is a private ceremony, very sacred. We'll take it from here.
Listen, say what you want about these vampires. I mean, I think they're freaks, but they definitely take this stuff very seriously. Everybody grab a corner. Probably I'd have 6 people, and good luck. Watching these guys carry this coffin was really weird. I mean, it was like some kind of creepy funeral procession.
That is creepy, isn't it?
So the vampires get Danny laid on his final resting place. Then things start getting really bizarre.
What the hell are they doing?
Are they the head honchos?
I think they're the ones that are gonna turn them into a vampire. What a bunch of weirdos.
We present to you Miss Betty Karkarova.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Brethren, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted. It is beyond perfect.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna bite you, Danny.
Danny.
Danny, she's gonna
Something's
bite
wrong.
you.
Ooh, Danny. Uh-oh, she just took a bite out of crime.
Looks so delicious.
It's pretty nasty.
It's freaky.
Oh, it's freaky.
Dig in.
Wow.
What are they doing?
Are they eating cake?
What are they doing?
They're eating cake. They're what?
I have no idea what a turning into a vampire ceremony is, but this is just weird.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I gotta tell you, this is, I think, the happiest I've ever seen them.
Oh my
We're
God.
usually a gloomy kind of folk, you know? This cake was amazing, and I think just my one regret was that I wasn't strong enough to battle my fellow vamps to get to most of it.
You guys look really into it. We're happy that we made you a great cake.
Yeah,
And
look, I have to thank you so much. It looks like beyond anything that I imagined. It's really amazing.
we're happy to see you get your fangs.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what to really think of all this vampire stuff, but I can tell you one thing. Strangest delivery of my life.
Yeah, I bet get down there before they start eating each other.
Go do your stuff. Take care.
Thanks again.
You got it. All right, guys. I think we've seen enough. Let's get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of here, man.
I'm gonna let them do their thing because you know what? It's Halloween. And there's one last tradition that I ain't gonna miss. So what's the occasion, a wedding?
Not exactly.
Exactly. It's a little different from a wedding, though. We're having it's called a zombie walk. A gathering of people that are zombie lovers, zombie movie lovers.
I love
Everybody gets together in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and we have everyone's makeup get done so that they look like real zombies, and we walk through the center of town. We'd like to have a cake because we're having a zombie prom as our after party.
It's going to be prom night of the living dead. We want it to really be gruesome cake.
Really over-the-top kind of blood and guts, almost kind of rotting looking, if you will.
I'm so far out of my element. I mean, I usually make these pretty things, but they were like, the bloodier the better, baby. Bring it on. All right, guys, listen. I just got this order for the zombie cake. I was actually thinking of having, trying to rig something up where blood could kind of like ooze out of the brain.
They're gonna eat it if they're dressed up as zombies and they just had one big brain as a cake and then they could just all go and eat the brain.
That's a little freaky, good, It's a little freaky. Let me ask a question. What about something like rotting flesh or anything else? Could we have like pieces of limbs or anything?
Yeah, we could put all the pieces of like a heart and the piece of arm on the floor.
If we have like half of his head open and he's like eating his own brain.
No, they don't need zombie brains. They were crystal clear on that. 'Cause I asked that.
They died.
My idea for the zombie cake is to have a tombstone and then a cake that was like dirt. And the zombie's hands and forearms and shoulders and head is coming out like he's trying to come out like that. And then, you know, I wanted to have a brain in his hand and then flesh parts, body parts all over the cake. They're gonna build a tombstone in the back, okay? And I'm gonna put dowling rods and screw them in from the bottom so that the tombstone can't fall back and forth. Then I'm gonna do a rectangle cake for the bottom. We'll go 1, 2, 3. So I chose red velvet cake because it's kind of a creepy red color and it goes perfect with the blood, guts, and gore. All right, let's one more layer. We decided to go with 3 layers of red velvet cake for the ground and 10 layers of shaped pound cake for the tombstone. Then we dirty iced the whole thing, smooth it out nice and even. Then before we do anything else, we gotta put it in the fridge downstairs so the icing will harden. It looks good. I mean, then this covers up a lot of the underneath anyway. The next thing to do was the face. We made the skin out of modeling chocolate with some green food coloring added. As we're doing it, I'm like, you know what? It's a friggin' zombie. Let's tear it, let's rip it, let's mold it, let's scratch it. Let it look authentic. Were the brains ready? So Tone sculpted a brain. We put the brain in his hand. Let's put his teeth in and make it look like there's blood in his mouth. We added some rotten teeth made out of modeling chocolate. He's getting dirt. I wanted the zombie to look like he was clawing his way out of this grave. So I put a layer of chocolate fudge and covered that with some chocolate crumbs. Then we airbrush it with some black food coloring to make all the features really pop. Should we do like a splatter? Blood splatter? So I want this thing to have blood everywhere. Corn syrup and food coloring makes awesome blood. A rat. All right, put the rat on. We made it like a buffet of flesh and rotting things for this zombie to eat. And I was like, yeah. And it just came together. All right, that's it. That's how you do a zombie, okay? That's how it's done. Let's get in the car and then we'll see.
Nice and easy, my friend. Wait.
Got it? Yeah. I want to put my hand in. To deliver the zombie cake, I need to take Danny because I need my mule. He's my big, strong guy. And Tone and Tony really wanted to come because they were intrigued to what's a zombie fest. You know, I'm used to delivering a cake to a wedding where you see people in tuxedos and dresses and, you know, it's very formal. I go to this place and you got people dressed up like zombies, things coming out of their head, you know. I'm like, I'm at Zombie Fest. I'm like, wait, it's funny, this is great.
Hard times for zombies, man, you know?
The organizers, Jason and Christina, they were the zombie king and queen.
Who's ready for a fun night? It's just getting started, right?
We get the cake, we finally get it to the table, and the zombies start freaking out. They started ripping and eating. I was like, it was a little crazy for me.
What Buddy actually made was incredible.
It was disgusting, and way more disgusting than we thought it was gonna be, which is awesome.
I'm like a zombie today. It was great. They loved it. I was so happy with it. This is actually one of the funniest weeks. I mean, I had a blast. So I got a little problem, and I'm gonna need a little help. This year, for my son Buddy's birthday, he wants to do a Halloween-themed party. But his request was a haunted house. That's where I started to think about it, because I was sitting down, and I looked at my son, and I didn't want to disappoint him. So we could build our own haunted house.
Who?
Us.
I love this.
How big this thing haunted house is gonna be though? How big? I mean,
Big! So Buddy's gonna be 12 years old this year, and he's really into guts and gore and horror movies, and I want him to remember this birthday forever. So we should knock out Buddy's cake. Do we have any ideas or no?
We do a cake, it's like a cauldron. We do like a fire on the bottom, have like a skeleton poking out of it. That's my vote.
Leave it to Ralph to kind of figure out something creepy and crawly. A skeleton climbing out of a boiling pot of goo, and we're gonna put all kinds of creepy, itty things coming. It's gonna be spooky, baby. Fill this with fudge, then this on top of that. Me and you, partner. Easy, easy. Get someone to flop off the table. Okay. Luke, he's new to the bakery, so I want to give him a little lesson in cake carving. First thing we gotta do is get the shape right. You gotta cut, you gotta feel, you gotta be the cake, Luke. The shape is starting to come together, right? All right, I think we got it. Let me see. I got Ralph, Tyne, and Jen finishing up all the creepy, crawly, disgusting things.
Oh, it's so real.
To make the sludge, I'm gonna take buttercream, add water to it, neon green, and some piping gel to make like this gooey sludge stuff that's falling out of the pot.
Oh, that's such a good color.
Do your thing, Ralph. Be disgusting. Looks cool.
That's fun. Help Jen make flames. We have to go all the way around the bottom of this cauldron with them. Excellent.
All right, good.
It's cool. What's this, an octopus?
Yeah, there's something in there, man.
I got the EBGBs. But you know, it's Halloween. Spooky, spooky. All right, I think it's done. What do you think?
I think it looks pretty good.
I love the skull, the hands.
that's a poison snake?
Yes, be very careful with that steak.
I like the cockroaches.
Eee.
Joe really killed it with that little rat down there, too, with all the snaggle teeth. This came out really fun.
It did.
This is your cup of tea.
It's more like a big bowl of slime.
Oh, good evening, master. Come this way and let me show you our haunted mansion. Watch your step and your head.
Welcome, welcome, welcome!
Welcome to my butcher shop.
What are all your names?
I'm Rachel.
Rachel.
I'm
Maddie.
Ava.
Ava, good. That way we'll know what to put on the tombstones if you don't make it out.
My Uncle Danny probably scares me the most out of everyone.
Who's next? Oh, nice. Perfect.
That was good.
That was good.
The scariest room was probably the guy that just popped out.
How was it?
Scary.
Scary?
Tonight was the greatest birthday. The butcher and the electric chair. I thought that was scary.
How was it?
Good. Nice.
Scary?
Buddy, that's the coolest haunted house ever. I'll say, that's like the professionals.
How was it?
All right, let the goons bring out the cake.
Make way!
saw the cake and I thought it was really great. I liked the gross worms and like the insects because they were scary. My favorite part of the cake was probably the skeleton inside the pot.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
I'm thankful for my parents because they've been working on this haunted house and the party for so many weeks. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
How do we do with the haunted house? What do you think, guys?